ShinRobjira.
Finally, the Playmates Gorosaurus 1968, is here and ready to be talked about on the channel, and I gotta say, it's been a long time coming, and I extra gotta say, a big ol' thank you to Kaiju, Dork, my guy. Thank you so much for hooking me up, keeping an eye out for this thing. It really does mean a lot, and I very, very much appreciate it. Now, Gorosaurus originally appeared in King Kong Escapes, and his last appearance was in the 21st episode of Godzilla, titled Fly Toward the Future. It's been a long while since Gorosaurus had much to look forward to, and it's pretty ironic that this figure comes to me at this point in time because in November we are getting the new Bandai Movie Monster series Gorosaurus, which will be a Godzilla store exclusive, and it's very interesting in this year overall that I've gone from no Jet Jaguar figures to a bunch of Jet Jaguar figures to now no Gorosaurus figures to what's probably going to be 2, maybe even 3 Gorosaurus figures by the end of the year. It's been a great year for the Showa era, and it's been a great year for Showa era fans especially. Let's hope such wondrous things can be continued well into 2022. Now there's a few things floating about this figure that I really wasn't expecting, but before we get into all of that, I gotta get this guy out of the box. Well, hello there, everybody. It's time to snip. Just snip the dinosaur out of the box, please.
Und got it, boss. Mamma mia, pizzeria.
Untitled snip.
About snip. Und Tutsi snip. Und Tutsi snip too. I did not know last dinosaur was part of Godzilla.
I'm genuinely surprised he knows that movie. Anyway, let's get this tail on, shall we? I have a feeling we're gonna need to heat this up because this is all hard plastic. It's not... okay, maybe not. There we go. So up front, I wasn't expecting the hard plastic to make a return, but the figure does look nice regardless. Yes, it does feel like it could take out a grown adult if hit hard enough, but the detail shines through, the paint is minimal, but it works. I really do like this figure's presentation, so let's take a closer look at it, shall we? So he's got that big, doofy Gorosaurus head and that just very dead inside look in his eyes. But I can't deny that the detail for the skin especially is really, really nice. He does look a bit gummy from the front, but to be completely honest, I'm not really much of a Gorosaurus knowledge knower or anything like that, so for all I know, this is insanely accurate. But from the side, Gorosaurus do be looking really, really fresh. That is one muffed up tooth, though. Yikeroonies. The rest of the teeth on the front and even on the opposing side fared a lot better. Subtle, but there is some detail on the roof of the mouth, and even on the bottom of the mouth with a highlighted tongue. Back of the throat, not so much, but that might be considered accurate. The top of the head is very dinosaurian, looks like a potato chip. Just wanted to focus on the nostrils because he's got some big old nostrils. And I really do love his profile shot. This feels like Gorosaurus. It looks like Gorosaurus. Even if it does look like he's daydreaming about his childhood crush and wondering what they're up to now. The detail for the skin pretty much continues all the way throughout the figure with very minimal paint going on, but me personally, I think that's entirely acceptable. Gorosaurus has never really been one for wild colors, especially in the movies, and while I do love some of the wild colors of other figures released of the boy, I really don't mind this simplified color palette. It's on the bottom of the tail and everywhere else on the figure where you're going to see major variation in the paint, and I do like how it looks. It is nice. There are a few areas, especially like right here, where the paint is either a bit weak or the base color is just peeking through, but for the most part, it's all very nice. It's just not on the opposite ends or on the bottom ends of the arms over here, but it will be on the bottom of the neck and jaw, and you can see that here. I'm taking a closer look. Very finely detailed. I must sing my praises for the paint on the toes and the fact that even the hind toes were painted. Bandai can't even do that on a heavy paint apps figure. Golly gee, it was done on both sides and it looks so very nice. Not that I'm into feet like this or anything, but the feet on Gorosaurus are really, really, really well done. Hate that I said really so many times, but truly, look at all of this. Playmates went all out in making sure these feet looked godly. From every side and every angle, side view, back view, or top view, these dino feet are fantastic. 2020 Playmates. I guess this was meant to come out
last year.
Few numbers, items, China, Toho. You can see a little bit more of that paint rubbing off over here. And you can see a little bit of what looks like residue on his back. Oh my! Starting on the back of Gorosaurus' head over here, you can see that he's got some dorsal spikes. They may look sharp, but they are all mostly dull, much like the nipples of a Croatian boulder. And those dorsal spikes will continue all the way down the back and all the way through to the tip of the tail. And I'm glad that they don't have color. I don't think they really need color. They look fine just the way they are. Props to the claws and the details on the arms as well. The arms do feel like a bit of a softer material than what the body is made out of, and the same could be said for the head. The head might actually be vinyl. I'm not sure, but you can mess about with the bottom jaw a little bit to make him close his mouth, but of course, it ain't gonna stay that way. This might be a bit messy for some, but I honestly enjoy how this looks, how the upper scales and the underbelly are kind of meeting in the middle over here. I like that a lot. And I will likely enjoy that on the Movie Monster series release. I don't know, guys and gals, I'm having a hard time trying to find something that I don't like on this guy. I mean, at the end of the day, it's a mass-produced and mostly readily available Gorosaurus figure that we can find out here in the stores sometimes. Yeah, these things have been really, really hard to find, but hopefully when everything starts to cool off, you know, socially, these things will be a lot more readily available. We won't have to deal with bullcrap eBay prices, and everyone who wants a Gorosaurus figure can get one. And honestly, I say get them. Paint and detail are going to get 2 solid stars from me because... what else did you really need to do with this? Now let's check out Articulation. Well, you lot saw me put the tail on, so as you can see, the tail can go all the way around. The head can go all the way around. The arms can go all the way around. Yes, plural, both arms. The legs, though, I'm not entirely sure. Ugh, these legs, oh, wow. Okay, proving me wrong. Look at you go, Playmates. Look at you go. Let's try the other leg. Yeah. Wow. Okay. There we go. All the way around at the head, arms, legs, and tail. Basic stuff, but it's welcome stuff. Solid star in terms of articulation. Now, as much as I love this goofy little salamander, he does actually have one of my few pet peeves when it comes to vinyl and plastic figures with articulation. I hate that so much. It is such a pet peeve, and it is so petty. I am so very aware, but I hate that so much. And it's like that from every angle which you have the head going. It's just... Granted, I could fix that problem by never moving the head around, and that's likely what I'm going to do, but I do just... Oh, the neck is molded at an angle. I'm only noticing that now, huh? But anyway, yeah, I'll likely just be keeping the head in one position because, oh man, that just messes with my OCD so badly. Just wanted to add, after discovering that the neck was molded at an angle, you can look at the arms and see that they're a little bit on the uneven side, as are the legs. So clearly the figure in terms of his legs don't have this predetermined pose, but his body posture does. Interesting, very interesting. Not something I was expecting, but I do also have to give my praises to Playmates. It's like, clearly this is of a different material, as is this, and the color isn't too weirdly off. The arms are a little bit more shiny than the body, but I'm going to stop poking holes in happiness here. If you can find this for $10 or $15, be it online or in the stores, I say go ahead and get it. It's a Gorosaurus figure that you don't need to spend $100 on, although people on eBay think otherwise. I like this figure. I like it a lot. Am I gonna like it any less when the Movie Monster series version comes out? I don't know. We'll certainly find out, but I'll tell you one thing. I'm gonna have 2 Gorosaurus figures at the end of the year, and that's all that matters. Gorosaurus representation in vinyl or plastic format has been very, very slim over the years. So even if this guy looked like a fungal infected potato chip, I'd still like him. Just gonna say that. But anyway, Gorosaurus, 3 solid star recommendation. Kaiju Dork, thank you so much for sending this guy and the 2 NECA reissue Shin Godzillas on over. I'll get to those eventually. And thank you all for watching. Thank you all for becoming lovely patrons. I really appreciate it. Social media, merch page, the whole 9 yards. And I will be back either tomorrow or Saturday with the Bandai HG D Plus Godzilla Series 7 set. It's gonna be like that GVK video I did where I got nothing but 1 Godzilla and a bunch of skull crawlers. So let's hope we can get at least Godzilla Ultima and Jet Jaguar. And until that video, I'll see you all then and there. Peace out. God, you're terrifying.